correct. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
A pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Henry, the ball carrier.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the
defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Let's go. 40.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And that is incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10
at the 31-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Now a give to Taylor. 7 yards there and a first down.
Taylor. That was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
First and 10, Taylor now. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory.
That's good.
A big play there for Indy. 51 yards.
Goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. And each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he is out of bounds here on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys.
Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
You got three down. He's couple one. Check out. Hey, Delta!
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Open man is Trey Burton.
Rivers.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Still 180. Hey, bro, 80. Load it. Hey, Delta.
Rivers from the gun on third down. He's got Burton here. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw again. Rivers. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
1st and 10 at the
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Red. He's checking. Crash. Slam. 12. Slam.
Taylor. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now a handoff to Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11. Complete. A lot of
normally handle that contact, but in this case,
an incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 24-yard line. Tannehill finding Davis for a Titan 1st down. A 1st down carry for Henry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize, because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this 1st half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Greg Joseph on for the Titans. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good. Way wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss, because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Taylor. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Quick throw here to Hilton. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
No gain.
Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
From the gun on third down, Rivers. And he's got his man, Hilton. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
At the 21-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, it's Taylor. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On second down, it's Taylor. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hey, Rocket! Crunch! Shoot! Check three! No!
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Second and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Hey, downtown! Load it! Watch the ship!
Now a handoff, Taylor with it. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Colts 27, Titans 6.
McCann's got it teed up. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the problem.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Final play of the half, Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run once more with Taylor. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They give to Taylor out of the gun. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
That's up 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. This one caught by Davis. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, 79 yards. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Campbell on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
Taylor, the ball.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Check it out, Reed. Watch out. Wait. Watch out. You gonna take. Hey. You gonna take right there.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The tackle made.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Rivers on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Complete to Jones.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Tannehill with a throw caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. It wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 41, Tannehill. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 28. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. It's really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
And it's 3rd down.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it again with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. First and 10, Taylor now. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Jonathan Taylor.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 22, Rivers. This one into the hands of Burton. He's at the 40, the 30. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Four yards to go on second down from the 7. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts add on to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Taken down.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
3rd down.
The Titans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Down Titans.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Taken down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And the Titans first
line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tannehill. Got a man. It's Brown. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
He's coming. Red Delta!
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Taylor. And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
Today's final score, Colts 41.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything